we've heard a lot about Carson's growth recently. I'm just wondering what you've seen from your perspective of his development as he heads into his next year.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of great things. Redshirt last year, so he's young from just from getting reps, but he's very physical. He picks things up fast, and when he's had the opportunity to be on the football field, he takes advantage of it. He does a really good job, and he's like all the guys. They've continued to improve from where he was in the spring.
Z the other day talked about how these guys are all kind of different shapes and sizes, and how you can use them different. I mean, how fun is it to have like an array of different possibilities at your disposal?
Yeah, it's great. On a football team, we're very diverse, and we always ask our guys, because you look at it a couple of different ways. You still want your guys to be able to do everything, but some guys are better at certain things than others, and that's our job as coaches, is to put them in the right places. But yeah, and that's the whole thing is when you do a scheme is playing to people's strengths, and we've got a lot of guys that have various strengths.
How does Bowden fit into that?
Bowden has made tremendous progress, so he was not here in the spring. He got here in the summer, and to his credit, he's picked it up way faster than I thought. And he's done a great job. I mean, we're repping him in the first huddle, and he hasn't missed a beat. He's been very mentally sound. He's physical. He's athletic. We knew he would be a good football player, but the fact that he's picked it up so fast and he's able to rep with the ones is pretty impressive.
When you looked at his tape last year and the year before, he was really productive. What were some of the things that you liked about his skill set?
So we ask our tight ends to be able to be point of attack in the run game, but we also want them to be a receiving threat, and he showed both those. He's a lot of experience, played for 2 years. Rice asked a lot of them. They have a big play menu, and so we had to know a lot of material, handled it really well. We had really good intel from the Rice coaches on how not only is he a good player, but what a great person, how a good culture fit he would be, and he's been that and more.
Is there anybody who stands out above the rest in the blocking game?
Repeat that question, I'm sorry.
Is there anybody who stands out above the rest in the blocking?
We're still sorting that out. We've had 2 days in pads. I think we've improved. That's a focal point. That's where it starts. To be a tight end here is we got to be physical. We got to be able to create movement, and we got to be able to trust you. So I'm still kind of letting that one play out.
How much fun has it been just working with Coach Z again, just on the offense?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, it's one of the reasons I came here. I love his creativity, but he's not only creative, he's very detailed, and his work ethic. He drives the bus with his work ethic, and so it's been a good experience for me, and I've learned a lot.
He described both you guys as sort of football play junkies, that you'll see something and kind of light up and get excited about, hey, is this something that we can do? What's that sort of give and take been like with you guys?
Yeah, I think it's just good that we were together before, and so kind of getting a feel for what he likes, and then the good thing is he's very open-minded, and so that's the thing. I think as a coach, we're always trying to learn and get better, and not afraid to look at new schemes or different things that have worked well somewhere else. And we got a lot of experience on the offensive staff, and there's a lot of different ways to do things, and a lot of guys that have had success doing various different things. But you still have to be able to put it together and be efficient, know when to draw the line, and I think he's done a really good job of that.
Matt, when you were here earlier, you helped with some of the run game and things in with Jalen. How nice is it to still have Jalen here and know his strengths in his game?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen's been amazing. He's healthy. He's as a quarterback, he can do it all. He can make all the throws. He's definitely a threat as a runner. The good thing about that, when you run your football quarterback, you got to have backups that can run the football, and we have that. I mean, we have every one of our quarterbacks can run. I've been fortunate. I've been around some teams that have had really good quarterbacks, but I don't ever remember being on a team that's had this much quarterback depth of guys that know the system, that can throw the football, and we feel confident we can play a lot of guys. But Jalen's playing at a very, very high level, not just making plays, but just his leadership ability, getting guys in the right spots. His attitude and work ethic is contagious, and so yeah, he makes. I always thought that's one of the most important things about a quality in a quarterback is making the people around you better, and he's doing that. Yeah, he makes the coaches around him better as well.
I saw, talking to a recruit, and they said they were meeting with you, but that morning you ran like 10 miles or something like that. You stay in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be able to run again. It feels really good, and it's a little challenging with when it's 90 degrees and 90% humidity, but I've enjoyed it. I feel great out there. This is the best I've felt in a long time, so I feel very fortunate to be back to normal.
In previous years with the offense, there was a lot of talk about how, because there were so many guys who had been in the system a long time, that's why they were able to layer on a lot of complexities. I guess now that you have a lot of new people coming in, how do you balance making it comprehensible to them while also confusing for opposing defenses?
Yeah, we haven't slowed, even though we have probably, we lost some players and we don't maybe not have the experience that we did last year. We haven't slowed down the install. And one thing, the reason that we're able to do a lot of this is we put a lot on them in the spring and the summer. And the summer coaches, we're limited on what we can do with them. Our quarterbacks kind of drove the bus and did a great job of just player-led practices. And when we came back here in the fall, it's actually pretty amazing to see the retention, what they can do, and I really give credit to those guys, their work ethic, and what they did in the summertime on their own, and it was very intentional. And so we really feel like we're coaching these guys like they're a very experienced group, and we're doing a lot of things.
Sean Hanika being kind of the old guy in that group, it seems like he's really taking the leadership part seriously. You see him pulling guys aside, talking to them between reps. How much does that help you as a coach?
It's awesome when you have players. I put Jalen in that category. We got a lot of guys, and Sean does a great job, like you said. That they're the best examples when they kind of drive the culture and show guys what to do by what they're doing. Not always talking about it, but by just being a good example, whether it's effort or being on time or how to study and doing the extra. And a lot of that stuff started in the summertime, but I think we have really good leadership here.
How has Jalen changed? I mean, is somebody who left the program and then came back, how have you seen growth or change in Jalen?
Yeah, I think comfortability with the system, and making sure everyone's on the same page. Really being intentional about what he did in the summertime, not just for him to get better and better thrower and better runner progressions, but getting everyone else better by doing walkthroughs and by him getting guys lined up and calling the plays and getting those things organized. So I think he's taken that to another level.
And then with Leighton, he's a guy that seems like he can do a lot of different things, be a sniffer, be a move guy, et cetera. How's he been playing so far?
He's been good. He's another guy that's improving. He's very athletic. He's very conscientious. He's always we keep track of the first guy in and the last one out. He's always in that group. He's here all the time, and he's just always trying to get better. And you see that on the football field.
What was it like to see Bryce Foster get back out there?
It's awesome. Yeah, he's another one of those. I mean, we have a bunch of leaders on this team, but he's definitely one of them. And he's a presence, and he leads by example. So when he's out there, we're a lot better.